May Spirit align now with the sacred purpose of this gathering, recognizing that March does not simply begin as a new month, but as a territory given into the presence of God, where every step, every decision, and every dream can be guided from above. May the soul realize that this is the perfect moment to consecrate paths, thoughts, and intentions, allowing the Lord to establish direction, protection, and victory over everything that will be experienced. Nothing here is by chance. There is a call to trust, surrender, and rest in the hands of the one who sustains time and rules the days. And may the verse that leads this prayer resonate as a spiritual foundation for the entire month. Consecrate to the Lord everything you do, and your plans will succeed. Proverbs 16 verse 3. May this word become an anchor for the heart, reminding us that plans prosper when delivered, that paths align when consecrated, and that the miracle begins when faith stands before God with sincerity and surrender. May this month be marked by divine intervention, open doors, and restoration in areas that seemed stagnant. Let a deep atmosphere of peace now descend upon those who prepare to pray, like a soft light that rests upon the weary mind and reorganizes scattered thoughts. May every weight dissolve, may all anxiety be silenced, may every distraction be removed, and may the soul find room to breathe. God's presence begins to envelop, preparing the ground for deliverance, healing, protection, prosperity, and clear direction. There is something being moved in the unseen, and it is God Himself who initiates this movement. May the heart receive this truth with reverence. March is already being consecrated. It is already being aligned. It is already being cared for by the hands of God. May faith rise gently, as one who awakens to a new dawn, knowing that everything that is placed before the Lord will be sustained, strengthened, and honored. And may this initial seal open the heavens to all that is yet to be prayed for. May the heart be quiet now, as one who breathes deeply before a new beginning, feeling the weight of the days that have already passed gradually dissolve in the presence of God, while a new page opens silently before the Spirit. May March present itself as a fertile field, awaiting the seeds of faith, hope, and total trust in the one who governs every movement of creation. May the one who hears this prayer realize in his heart that no day of this month needs to be carried alone, because the Lord is already here. He is already receiving every thought, every intention, every dream, every fear, and every decision that this new cycle will require. May everything align with the certainty that divine intervention is already beginning to touch what once seemed distant, and may peace find space to rest gently within the chest. And as this sacred silence is formed, may the Spirit surrender itself as if it were opening its hands and allowing God to take what weighs, what worries, what confuses, and what has not yet been resolved. May the light that comes from above find a place to land and transform, revealing paths, dissolving shadows, removing resistances, and preparing the ground for a month of miracles, open doors, protection, and clear direction. May the name of the Lord be invoked with reverence, not only as a ritual, but as a real, profound, and conscious surrender that this month does not belong to chance, does not belong to circumstances, does not belong to fears. It belongs to God, who leads, restores, and establishes all things. And while the presence of God approaches like a gentle wind, like a touch that calms the tired mind and reheats the faith that sometimes hesitates, may the one who prays realize that this is the exact moment to reorganize the soul, to firm the heart, to place himself before the Father as one who really desires change, victory, restoration, and transformation. May March be consecrated not only with words, but with a sincere surrender, which rises like a pleasant aroma to the heavens, attracting favor, strength, abundance, and peace to each area of life. Let the inner voice whisper that the miracle can begin now. Just allow it. And in this spirit of deep surrender, with the heart recognizing the greatness and goodness of the Lord. May the one who prays, at this moment, offer a gesture of spiritual agreement, blessing this sacred moment and uniting with this community of faith that seeks transformation. I ask you to bless us with your subscription to the channel and give us your like on this video. May this gesture not be seen as a human request, but as a seed planted in spiritual ground, symbolizing union, purpose, and covenant before God. May everything be prepared for what He wants to accomplish in this month of March. At this moment, may the presence of God begin to envelop each area that needs liberation, like a light that descends, breaking old layers of spiritual weight, inner misalignments and silent resistances that have prevented the advancement here. Let everything that tries to steal peace, that tries to confuse the mind, that tries to weaken faith or delay the divine purposes, be now exposed to the truth of the Lord, which comes as a fire that purifies, as a wind that disperses, as a force that lifts up what was fallen. May March become a holy territory, free of oppression, negative voices, dark influences, and any shadow that tried to hide in the corners of the soul. May the Spirit of God release strength, clarity, and courage, so that the impossible is broken and the invisible is transformed. May every chain that has tried to bind the heart, be it emotional, spiritual, mental, or even ambient, begin to break before the heavenly authority that is now manifest. May every negative word hurled against this month, every sentence of scarcity, every contrary energy, every envy, every destructive criticism, every evil intent be completely canceled out by the divine intervention that covers, protects, and restores. Nothing that is born of darkness has power over the one who delivers the month of March into the hands of God. Nothing that comes to rob you of hope, joy, purpose, or direction can stand before the presence of the Lord. May the miracle of liberation begin to act as a current that carries away everything that does not belong to the light. May the visible and invisible enemies lose strength, strategy, and path. May that which tries to approach in secret be repelled by divine protection, like a wall that rises around it, like a shield that completely covers, preventing attacks, traps, confusions, spiritual accidents, or any attempt to divert. May God silence contrary voices, undo traps, and disrupt dark plans that were not born of His heart. May faith be strengthened to such an extent that no shadow can remain, and may the Spirit deeply feel that liberation is not a distant desire, but a present reality, which begins to be fulfilled right now. And may all spiritual misery, all inexplicable weariness, all exhaustion that weighs on the soul, every sense of stagnation, every paralyzing fear, every mental fog that prevents clear decisions, be removed by the mighty hand of God. May the divine light circulate within, removing old weights, breaking invisible pacts, undoing discouragements, bringing peace where there was restlessness and strength where there was weakness. May March begin clean, protected, enlightened, and covered by victory. May the liberation be so profound that even the body feels relief, the mind feels clarity, and the heart feels peace. May this month be marked by transformation, open doors, and total protection, because the Lord is already making all things new. May God's presence now begin to illuminate each financial area as one opens windows in a dark room, allowing an intense light to reveal paths previously invisible, directions once confusing, and opportunities that were hidden behind fears, debts, or limitations. May March be consecrated as the month of wise decisions, firm steps, and open doors that no one will be able to close. May all financial stagnation be touched by divine intervention, bringing movement, clarity, and wisdom to manage, decide, invest, work, and thrive with purpose. May what seemed stuck begin to flow, and what seemed impossible begin to align with God's will. May the Lord now visit every debt, every economic concern, every weight that has accumulated over time, and may his mighty hand begin to undo knots, release exits, and build paths of favor. May debts become opportunities for witness. May negotiations become doors of victory. May limitations become grounds of abundance. May God send unexpected provision, creative ideas, right connections, and opportunities that seem small but carry the potential for transformation. May this month be marked by guided decisions, by divine wisdom, and by the certainty that heaven never abandons those who consecrate their paths to the Lord. Let every word of scarcity hurled upon financial life be canceled now by the authority of Him who opens paths where there are no paths and creates abundance where there was once a lack. That doors that were closed with force begin to give way. That forgotten doors are remembered. That improbable doors may be touched by grace. And may new doors, newly formed by the very hand of God, open before him who prays in faith. May abundance not only be material, but emotional and spiritual, bringing balance, organization, intelligence, and vision of the future, so that every resource is used with discernment and every step is taken with confidence. And may the prosperity of this new month come as a fine rain that falls on dry soil, awakening seeds that had not yet germinated, preparing the ground for growth, stability, and victory. May God align thoughts, strengthen hands, inspire decisions, and pour favor on everything that involves work, income, opportunities, and professional paths. May March be the month of opening, multiplication, and financial restoration. May peace accompany every decision. May hope sustain every movement. And may faith attract the miracle that the heart so longs for. May abundance be a mark, provision be a reality, and victory be living testimony that God has begun a new work. May God's presence now touch every part of the body that carries pain, tension, fatigue, or disease, like balm that gently descends and envelopes muscles, bones, organs, and every cell that needs restoration. That where there is inflammation, He brings relief. Where there is wear and tear, may He renew. Where there is weakness, may He strengthen. May the body feel the breath of life that comes from above, bringing balance, vigor, and freshness to start March with renewed energy, free of diseases that drain strength and symptoms that limit the path. Let every beat of the heart be a reminder of God's faithfulness in sustaining all things. May the mind, so burdened by the battles of the last few days, now find a place of peace, where thoughts are organized, where worries dissolve, and where clarity takes the place once occupied by confusion. May every hidden emotional weight, every silent sadness, every accumulated stress, every anxiety that presses on the chest be removed by the divine hand that heals from within, that calms inner storms, and that reorganizes broken emotions. May the silence of the soul be restored, allowing March to begin with serenity, lucidity, and confidence. May God now visit the invisible wounds, those that do not appear to the world, but that bleed in the secret of the soul. May He heal memories that hurt, heal old traumas, dissolve lingering guilt, and lift emotional weights that no one else can see. May the divine light travel through every inner corner, bringing liberation, restoration, and peace, preparing the heart to live this new month with renewed hope and with the strength to face challenges without losing oneself. May the soul take a deep breath again as one who finds his own center, and may the mental, emotional, and physical healing be completed with the strength that God now pours, raising what was downcast, awakening what was asleep, and strengthening what was weakened. May March be a month marked by balance, lightness, health, and vigor. May the body respond with strength, the mind with peace, and the heart with hope. May divine intervention manifest itself as a miracle that transforms, restores, and sustains each step. May everything align with the certainty that the healing has already begun and will continue throughout every day of this month. May the presence of God now cover every home represented in this prayer as a mantle of light that descend silently, expelling all shadow, all tension, and all that tries to infiltrate discord, confusion, or emotional exhaustion. May March be the month in which the environment of the house is transformed into holy ground, where peace is established as a foundation, where divine protection watches over every door, every window, and every room, and where no contrary influence can enter to steal harmony, joy, or rest. May the home be strengthened by faith, illuminated by hope, and guarded by the mighty hand of the Lord. May God protect every child, every family member, every person who lives under this roof, protecting paths, freeing from accidents, warding off dangers, undoing traps, removing envy, and silencing any malicious gaze that tries to approach. May the children be kept in body, mind, and spirit, that they receive wisdom, direction, and discernment, that they walk safely and stand firm even when the world tries to stray. May the presence of God accompany each departure and each return, being a constant shield and faithful companion. May every division, emotional wear, or harsh word that has been thrown into the house now be dissolved by divine intervention that restores ties, brings hearts closer, and heals family wounds. May relationships be strengthened, may dialogue be blessed, may respect be rescued, and may mutual understanding find room to grow. May March be marked by reconciliation, gestures of love, sincere forgiveness, and a new spiritual atmosphere that transforms coexistence and renews the atmosphere of the home. And may the Lord make this house a spiritual refuge, a place of rest, protection, emotional shelter, and strength. Let whoever enters feel peace, that whoever sleeps here feel safe. May those who live in this space be clothed with hope, faith, and renewal. May the presence of God remain constant, protecting, purifying, liberating, and strengthening all that belongs to this home. May this month be the beginning of a cycle of ongoing blessings, where the family experiences victory, miracle, and restoration daily. At this moment, may each word released become a seed planted in the Spirit, announcing that March will not be an ordinary month, but a month marked by victory, transformation, and divine intervention. May the one who consecrated his paths to the Lord realize, even if in a subtle way, that the miracle has already begun to move, that doors are already aligning, that paths are already illuminating, and that the presence of God is already opening space to restore, reorganize, and lead each step. May faith rise up now as a sustaining force, as a guiding light, and as a certainty that firms the heart. Nothing will be the same as before, because God is ahead of this month. May every prophetic word released find fertile ground. May liberation remain. May provision be manifested. May healing deepen. May protection be established. And may peace envelop every decision. May March become a symbol of open doors, of unexpected opportunities, of paths that are formed in a supernatural way. May abundance come from above. May hope be renewed daily. And may restoration accompany every area of life. May that which seemed far away begin to approach by the mighty hand of the Lord. And may the heart acknowledge, there's victory being written here. May all unseen battles, spiritual, emotional, financial, or family, now be sealed by divine authority, ensuring that no opposing force will be allowed to interfere with what God has already established. May each challenge become a step, each difficulty become learning, and each pressure become strengthening. May March be the month where God's favor becomes evident, where the impossible becomes real, where weight is transformed into lightness, and where faith reveals itself as a bridge to concrete miracles. May the heart give thanks in advance, recognizing that the Lord is already doing, and that, with strength and humility, the soul declares, the miracle has already begun, the victory has already been released, and the month of March is already consecrated in the hands of God. May gratitude be the mark of this month, and may the certainty of the divine presence accompany each dawn. May all that has been prayed here be fulfilled in the perfect timing of the Lord. May the blessing remain. May the light remain. May the peace remain. And may faith be the final seal of this prayer, confirming that heaven is already acting in favor of those who believe. May the heart remain in deep reverence, allowing the words that have been taught by Christ himself to echo with strength, humility, and faith within the soul. Let each phrase be more than repetition, whether it is surrender, whether it is trust, whether it is recognition of the presence of God who sustains, guides, and transforms. And may this moment become a spiritual milestone at the beginning of this month, sealing everything that has ever been prayed with the authority of the most powerful prayer that has ever been given to us. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. May the soul remain open, allowing the grace that accompanies this prayer to continue to flow, preparing the spirit for a new outpouring of peace and hope. May the divine light remain steadfast, enveloping every word that will yet be uttered in this sacred gathering. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with you. Blessed are you among women, and blessed is the fruit of your womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners, now and at the hour of our death. Amen. May these traditional prayers serve as spiritual pillars, strengthening faith, firming the heart, and reminding us that one is never alone when the soul surrenders to divine care. May God's presence remain clear, deep, and constant as we move toward the close of this very special prayer. May the heart, now enveloped by the presence of God, find a place of deep rest, recognizing that every word spoken in this prayer has begun to move in the unseen with purpose, with direction, and with power. May March be completely surrendered to the hands that never fail, to the hands that guide, protect, heal, restore, and open paths that the human mind could never imagine. May the Spirit feel, with tranquility, that heaven has heard, that heaven has responded, and that the miracle is already in motion, preparing events, connections, opportunities, and victories that will surprise you throughout the days. May the soul remain open to the continuity of this spiritual journey, allowing God to renew strength, hope, and discernment at each dawn. And if the heart feels the call to go deeper, to establish a routine of faith, and establish a rhythm of daily prayer, let it find direction in this spiritual invitation. If you feel the call to go deeper and build a consistent habit of prayer in the morning, I invite you to start the 30-day morning prayer journey. It is a simple and guided way to start each day with peace, clarity, and the presence of God. May this journey be a source of transformation, alignment, and spiritual growth. And with reverence and unity, may this moment also be marked by gratitude and strengthening of the spiritual community that walks together in this faith. I ask you to bless us with your subscription to the channel and give us your like on this video. May this gesture be seen as an expression of agreement, as if saying to heaven, I believe, I trust, I walk by faith. And may this prayer not only remain here, but reach people who need strength, direction, and consolation. And if this prayer reminded you of someone who needs peace, strength, or direction, share it with that person, especially through WhatsApp. May this simple act become a bridge to transformation in someone's life. And now, with a strengthened spirit and a heart full of hope, let him declare himself with faith. The month of March is delivered, blessed, protected, and prepared by God himself. May the coming days be marked by open doors, by unexpected divine interventions, by peace that exceeds understanding, and by victories that only heaven could write. May anticipated gratitude be the key that unlocks each new morning, and may each step be guided by the certainty that the Lord is ahead, sustaining and honoring those who trust in Him. Tomorrow, we'll continue this journey together,